Okay, so I wanted to have a little sit-down conversation with you all. Now, I want to talk about companies' ecosystems. Everyone seems to be so hepped up on these ecosystems, and they're a lie. All of them. There is no one best company for everything. There is no one best company for sim racing. Now, before we continue on, I want to say that there are certain instances that an ecosystem is essential to your ability to sim race. For instance, if you're on console. Now, first of all, if you're on console and you're heavily into sim racing and you're not really playing much else besides sim racing games, I would heavily recommend you sell your console, whatever it may be, and start investing in PC, because PC gaming does not cost very much at all. You can do it with very rudimentary gear. I'm talking $200. I'm talking $300. I'm talking maybe less than $200. Yep, I went low, high, and then back low. That makes no sense. But here we are, aren't we? You're here, you're listening. Hopefully you'll continue to listen. So some reasons to go with an ecosystem. Obviously, we went over the fact if you're on console, yeah. If you want or need only one USB out to your PC. Now, some games actually require a single USB to operate. Those games are few and far in between and mostly older games, but there are still some that exist. So keep that in mind. Do some research, of course, on your own time. I can't research all that for you. 2, if you don't have the patience to run multiple applications. For example, if you're using Fanatic pedals, you got to have some software for that. If you're using a SimMagic wheelbase, you got to have some software for that. Certain peripherals, such as shifters and handbrakes, just kind of work, and you don't really need third-party applications to make them run, but certain applications are essential to get the sim racing experience you're looking for. 3, potential compatibility issues. Whether it be ill-fitting, whether it be circuitry-based, whether it be firmware-based, certain things don't work with each other. Now, Fanatic is a bit of a unique beast in the market because they force you to at least use their hub, right? You can't use force feedback without a Fanatic-recognized hub. So once you purchase that, though, your wheel rim choices open up exponentially. And as long as you're on PC, all their gear can be used standalone, with the proper connections, of course, sometimes by using converters. It is possible that other companies do force this as well, but I don't think any other companies besides Fanatic restrict the use of force feedback if you don't use their hubs or whatever. So some reasons not to go with an ecosystem. For one, it can be cheaper. That's always a good thing. 2, you can get exactly what you want if you're not limiting yourself to a brand. Brand loyalty does not get you far in sim racing. You will get much further with your dollar if you are not loyal to any one brand. 3, you don't feel owned by any one company. You're more easily able to break away from a company if a newer technology comes around. For example, when people bought like 10 Fanatic QR1 base wheels, they're now fully invested in that technology, so they're pretty hard-pressed to move on to something arguably better. They're kind of stuck, you know? And then once there's an older technology like that, less people want it when something newer comes along better. So you're not so deep, you put your ass to sleep. Example number 2, Thrustmaster wheels and their QR. Enough said. Companies like SimMagic, Moza, Fanatic, Camus, Thrustmaster, Logitech, etc., they all make cool gear and they all try their best to make you feel complete as a sim racer. Like a one-stop shop for all your needs, but it's a lie. There is no one best company for everyone's needs. That's why so many companies exist in the first place. They're all trying to fight for your attention, for your dollar, but just because a company has your attention doesn't mean you have to fully commit to that one company. This isn't a marriage. I personally love what companies like Moza and Camus are doing by bringing prices down so more and more people can enjoy sim racing, but that doesn't mean they're the best companies. Price does not equal best. And that goes both ways. Just because something is cheaper does not make it better, and just because something is more expensive does not make it better. Obviously, value for your money is a huge factor, but it does depend on what you're looking for. Husingveld, for example, is a great company that offers many solid high-performing products, but you'd be hard-pressed to see me running their sequential just because it's a Husingveld. Fnatic have a ton of top-notch gear, but their H-pattern offering pales in comparison to what many other companies are offering currently. My point is, don't fall into the trap of thinking you have to fully commit to a company just to feel complete. The world is a fragmented place, and we are better off because of it. Have a good day. Thank you all for watching, and I hope to see you in a future video.